Hey guys, Primal Instincts here. It is a blazing sunny day out today. The perfect day to do a little more housework. Now, my kitchen sink is unique because since kitchen sink water is considered gray water, it gets its own little drain field in the yard. It's not connected to the septic system. It's actually on the other side of the house. And I could show you because I dug it up here. See this nasty old steel pipe, which I'm going to be removing and replacing. And then down here, it's like taped to PVC. And it's going to be real hard to see down inside of there, but this is, see this? This is where they built. It's got its own little sewer drain area. And I'm going to be replacing all the steel pipe. See right there, that's where it comes out. And it goes up to the kitchen sink, which I will take you to next. And it's right down in here. So this plastic is part of the PVC trap, and this goes to it as well. This right here is actually that steel pipe. Somebody just painted it white to try to make it blend in, but this is all steel pipe going through there to that wall. Up there on the roof, there is a vent pipe, which I'm not 100% if that is actually connected or not, because I tried to go in the attic and look, and there's just no way to see because it goes down into a piece of wood. I can't see if it's actually connected in that wall somewhere, because to the left of the window it would be right about right there, and there's just no indication if that pipe is actually connected or it's just sitting up there in the attic. So I'm going to find out, because I'm going to get my diamond grinder blade and I'm going to cut that pipe. Then I'm going to get some new ABS pipe and I'm going to replace it. Try to break it apart the rest of the way. There we go. There we go. So here's why I'm replacing this, guys. Look how much is caked in. This entire side is just full of gunk. Obviously this pipe is not doing a very good job draining if it's just packed full of shit like that. Let's see how far down this goes. Ooh. Okay, not too long. Set that right there. Let's have a look at the end of the PVC side here. So I can imitate it. See if I can get us a look in here. The flashlight. That's what it. I don't know how well we can see, but that's what it looks like back in there, where the kitchen sink drains to. Its own little field. Next step I'm going to do, put a bucket under here and I'm going to disconnect the steel pipe from the kitchen sink. Go ahead and unscrew these. The water from the P-trap is going to fill the bucket. This one too. Alright. Now I gotta get that steel pipe out of there. The worst part is going to be going into the crawl space because it's like 95 degrees right now, but I'm gonna have to cut it out of there too. And to make the removal process easier, I'm going to cut this this hooked end off of here, so it's gonna be easier to pull. That way it'll be easier to pull straight through the hole instead of having to worry about that hooked end maneuvering it through. Before going in the crawl space, I was able to take this vent cover off and reach in there and cut it right there. So I'll be able to pull that bottom part through. But first I gotta break out this concrete that's holding this old pipe in. So I got a chisel and a hammer and my little sledgehammer, and I'm gonna chip away at that. All right, so I got that chipped out. I didn't want to take the GoPro down into the crawl space and get dirt and crap all over it, but as you can see, the pipe is now removed. There's the piece that was originally in there, and then we're going to go back into the kitchen and show you what I discovered. All right, remember how I wasn't sure if that vent pipe was actually connected or not? Well, I used my Sawzall and I cut in right here. Here's where it was coming up from the crawl space. That's where it was connected to the sink. And look, it does go up to the vent. And as you can see, that is in a very difficult area to reach, that top part right there. And look how good condition that's still in. So here's my plan. I'm going to use a Fernco 1.5 inch coupling to connect my new ABS pipe and leave that steel pipe that's going up and out to the roof. Since no water's going through it anyways, it's not going to get backed up by junk or anything. It's just air that's going to be traveling up through it. So the drain pipe is going to be new, and I'm just going to keep that so I don't have to try to go all the way up in the tight space in the attic and replace it all the way up to the roof. So it's hard to do, you know, using two hands with the reciprocating saw here, but I got a Diablo diamond blade, and what I did is I just cut clean across just above the thread, so that vent pipe is still hanging there. They got it glued in at the boot at the ceiling. So now I got to go back to the crawl space and get this cut out, because there's no way it's going to be pulled. I have to pull it up because of that right there, that union or coupling. So I got to cut it out the rest of the way in the crawl space, and then I'm gonna have to pull it up here through the top. Then I'll be good to install the new ABS pipe. To show you what it looks like up there, why I'm leaving that pipe in, I actually recorded a little video with my boroscope camera. It goes up, and then it turns in the wall, and it goes through wood, and then on the other side of the wood it goes up again, through more wood, into the attic, and then up through the roof. So I'm not messing with that. But it was a real pain getting it out in the crawl space, but there it is. I got it. Oh, there's the rest of it. Oh man, nasty old pipes, man. Next step, putting in the plastic pipe. Welcome back, day 2, getting that pipe in. And I want to show you something cool. Now that the water down there is dried, you can actually see more of what it looks like. And check it out. There is a pipe back there that when the water fills up, it travels down through that pipe. I got my plastic ABS pipe out here. I measured down into this hole, and that's 1 foot. So I measured 1 foot of pipe. I used this saw here to cut 1 foot off, and then I got this angle here. Look, it's a really tight angle. And we're gonna do something called dry fitting. What you do is you take your pipe, dry fit that piece on there, and make sure we're long enough. I was like, yep. All-purpose cement, ABS, and we're going to glue these together. Start with these two pieces here. Gonna go ahead and open this up. This stuff got a really strong smell, kind of like me. And then make sure it's not over. Make sure we're not going to get a bunch of dripping on there. And take it, coat the inside of the fitting. And then go around this pipe too, where it's going to connect to. All the way around. And then take them together and presto. Give it a turn and it will dry nice just like that for us. Same thing. Hit it inside of there. And around the pipe down here. And then this part down here, go ahead and set it so it's angling down. This part here is now good. So now I gotta go into the crawl space and finish building the pipe up to the kitchen. All right, so now we can hook up the rest of the plumbing here. I already got this pre-assembled. Before I actually put the sink in, I'm gonna install some parts early so it makes it a lot easier not have to do them while the sink's already in from underneath. I'm gonna start with the sink strainer. Now what you gotta do here is you gotta take this stuff right here. This is plumber's putty. What? It's called plumber's putty. Look, that's just, I said it in a voice. I'm gonna take some of this stuff. It's like Play-Doh. Roll it up like dough. You gotta give it a good seal on the other side, the underside of this. Well, and make sure it goes all the way around. Say that, like that, and that's gonna do a little waterproofing action. And then when you set this in here, that putty will provide a nice water barrier. And now we go underneath, and we gotta install the other parts to this. Got a paper washer and a rubber washer. Those slide up there first, all the way up. So this rubber washer is gonna slide all the way up there first, then this paper washer, and then this metal ring is going to secure that underneath. I'm trying to hold it down in the center, and I'm just going to turn this until it doesn't want to turn anymore. Alright, so that's up there. It's got that excess putty. It's get squeezed out, but that's okay because there's putty underneath, and that's what's important. That's what's keeping it waterproof. And now onto the pipes. Make sure you got the little rubber washer gasket in there. I'm going to screw this on, nice and tight, and then this, flip this around, and then we're going to connect it right in there, and tighten this one down. And there we go. She is all connected. And all these are tight. They've all got poly washers in them, which means there will be no leaking water. All right, and I took that back apart and took the sink out because I'm gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna put the faucet in now, so that way I don't have to worry about doing it underneath. Spin these around, seal this. I'm also going to put these water lines on, so I don't have to worry about doing that underneath. So much easier. Voila. Give it just a little tightening. But only a little. Hello there. I'm down here in the crawl space. I'm about to make the last connection. And the whole pipe will be good and sealed. So let's do this. Alright. And here we go! Around the hub. Hubba hubba. Get it in there good and tight, and give it a little twist. Then I'm just gonna hold it up for about 30 seconds to make sure it stays together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this dirt down here, and I'm going to rebury the pipe. For right here, I have I have a bag of pre-mixed mortar. I'm going to seal in that hole on this side and on the other side. And I wanted to show you, I got a clean out right here too that I installed. So if I ever need to clear junk out of here, just unscrew that with a pipe wrench and put a little pipe cleaner through and it'll be good. But here's what it looks like from the crawl space. It goes all the way up. It's gonna be hard to see, but that angles up into that kitchen sink area. That's gonna do it for the kitchen waste pipe. Go into its own little dry well.